Here we go, YouTubers, we're going to do our next video. This time I'm going to rebuild my 500 Plus. Now I've had it repaired by a nice guy called Roy. He's done a really good job on it. Basically he had to replace this Agnes socket there, the Gary socket, CPU socket, and a few chips around here. All because the onboard battery that the 500 Plus has leaks all over the motherboard and cause all different issues. So if you have got a 500 Plus, it's best to take that battery out straight away, where you don't realise, but it does cause a hell of a lot of problems. Right, so you want to have it explain, Adam, see what the chips are all about and things like that, see what's on the board?
Guess so. Right, that's a ROM chip.
Now, what normally comes in the ROM chip? What sort of, what version is it normally then?
Normally, I can't remember. Is it
2.04, I think.
Yeah, 2.04. What we've got in this one is a 3.1. It's an Etherwick 3.1 chip, so it's been upgraded. So we're not sure what's going to be on that. So hopefully it'll be something good and something different. I haven't gone through this in ages. I haven't. That one
is the CIA chip.
Yeah, I can't even remember these. They're not even labelled.
This one's the Gary.
Yeah, but it doesn't say.
It is, says it here.
Oh, I can't see. Yeah, that's the Gary chip. I can see it now. That's the Paula chip that does the. I think that does the graphics. I can't 100%. Then this is the sound. Remember if they're all right or not.
And that one?
That's the CPU, the Motorola chip. Same thing what you have in the old Macs and stuff like that.
What are these then?
And this is the memory, which we just discussed, is that you've got a couple of banks, you've got half of it, half a meg, and half of it, another half a meg, which equals 1 meg, so it's 500 Plus with 1 meg.
So what does the 500 Plus have then?
1 meg.
500 Plus had it, but what was the previous model? That was what?
It was half a meg.
Which was a 500, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it back together. Right, so to start with, you originally when you open up your case and that, though we've all dismantled it, you'd normally get some metal shield. And inside that metal shield, you've got a little bit of plastic. Now you know the reason why that is, don't you?
Yeah, stop coke being spilt all over it.
Apart from that,
to stop heat resistance?
No, because you've got all these components on the bottom,
fine.
Metal.
Yeah, it's still the same thing.
Right, so in theory, covering that up, because if you didn't have that piece of plastic on there, it'd all short the board out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's it.
Right, so what we'll do is we'll slip that back into the actual case there, very carefully, because I don't want to kill it after all that hard work you put into it.
Yes, you do.
Right, so now what's the next part then, Adam?
The next part is to build it.
Build it, and we'll put in all these.
Yeah, the screws at the back where the what do you call it? Where the ports are. Yeah.
So what ports have we got on the back there then?
Disk drive, 2 joystick, well, mouse joystick, phonos, parallel, serial.
That is serial.
That's the modulator.
That's the modulator, yep. Power. It's
no.
there. No power there.
Yeah, power. Then the you can plug a monitor. It's either that one or that one. But the monitor leading there.
Let's check.
And the the
parallel port, RGB,
yeah.
Serial, disk drive, left and right, and joystick basically. Right. So what screws do we need for that then?
Right. What these? We need these ones.
Right. So they're sort of like what you get on like a modern day computer. So just basically like a turnstile nut. So sometimes when you put the connection in, you get like little screws on it, so you can actually put the screws in, so you can't actually pull it back out.
Back of a PC monitor, or the wire on the back of a PC monitor.
That's right. Right. So what we're going to do is there's 12 altogether, isn't there? And basically what we're going to do is we're going to quickly put these in, showing you how to do it. So basically you wind that in first and go along all the ports slowly as you can see there. Probably not in great detail though, you can see, but we're trying our best. And basically, we get them all together, banging the screwdriver in. If you pass us, what type of screwdriver is that one here?
I forget.
That's the box screwdriver, isn't it?
Box screwdriver. I'm going to be using a posi and a star screwdriver.
Right, so we'll quickly pass us the components. We'll quickly get this back together quickly.
Two pass them, it's only there to there. It's not exactly. I'll stand them all up for you, yeah?
Yeah, that makes it easier. So what are the other parts that we've got to attach to this, you know?
Good idea. Right, we've got a floppy drive. We've got memory upgrades.
And how much is on that memory upgrade?
Well, as far as I can tell, this is another meg upgrade, so we're going to be looking at 2 meg in this 500 plus at this moment. Then we've got the keyboard, and then we've got the sheath.
Shielding.
We're shielding, that's it. I knew that. And what's that for?
That's across the port. You know when you do like the extra disk drives, the 590 I think it was, right. External.
We've got that to put in as well.
So quite a few components to build up a 500. I'm sure there's loads of people that haven't done this.
And we've got to put it back in the case as well. And close the trapdoor. We've done that.
I'm nearly there. 4 off, strangely. So we're on nearly there.
Rubbish, you rush it and...
Yeah, we're on nearly there. Hold it in. Sometimes you can't, not a lot of people have the box screwdriver. You can always use a set of pliers, which you've got to be very careful getting them in, but it's always best to have the proper tools to do it. But you can do them with the pliers, of course. Very thin pin those ones.
What I would do is use a pair of tweezers.
Right, so we've got that back in there. As you see, we've got all 12 screws at the back. Right, so next we'll move on to is putting him into the case. So we've got the bottom half of the case all cleaned up. It's really good. It was really filthy inside, trust me on that one. Right, so what we do is we slip this back into the case, making sure all the ports come out the back, as you can probably see. And you've also got like a little clip there, you see, which basically you've got to be very careful, bend that forward and push the motherboard down at the same time. So basically it won't fall out. No, I'm not going to tip it that fast and let it find out. It's always quite funny. Right, so we need the next type of screws, which are...
We've done the drive next. Yeah, but...
So we get yeah. So these are, for the motherboard, you've got 4 screws on the motherboard. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the star ones, like Adam was saying, we use the star screwdriver. So if you want to pass us that a second. Right, so we've got 4 screws here. Wait for magnetism. Right, we need that metal sheath that goes across the top there.
That.
Yeah, that's it. Don't actually have to really fit that, but we're going to fit it anyway. It's just basically so that it covers that expansion port on the side there.
Nice way to put it in.
Might as well, it's all original then. So we're going for the originality scenario here. So next scenario is we'll go for, I think the disk drive is probably the easiest one.
Disk drive.
Right, so what we've got here is we've got 2 feet on the side, on the bottom, not the side. 1 screw on the side there, which has got a shake-proof washer on there, as you've noticed. So what that happens is, basically, that shake-proof washer has to be this side, not the drive side, but this side of the actual Amiga. And we've got the power leads and the
disk drive leads.
That's it. So you've got the one way there. It can only go one way, as you've noticed, because there's a little nodget. So what we'll do is we'll connect that into there, nodge it inside, and we've got the power lead, which basically can only go one way. As you see, there's like a little clip there. That clips on. And making sure we get that shake-proof washer this side, which is always a fun one, you can then lower the disk drive into place.
1200 never had that.
So we've got the positive screwdriver, just tighten that up a little bit. Not that we're going quite mad with that at the moment. There's 2 screws underneath that keep that in, but we're going to put the metal sheath on first, the metal shield on top. So we're going to pass it back, so we're sort of building on the scenario. Right, here we go. The only reason I'm doing the sheath next is because what we've got to try and do, these are a pig to do, we've got to somehow get this in here and not kill the ribbon cable, which is always a good one. We hold that down there. Slight lip on this edge. We've got to slowly lower this down. At the same time, get it down all these and get down these clips. There you go, I made the boo-boo, didn't I? What we should have done, really, which is always a good one, we should have put the motherboard screws in last. So we've got to take those out again. See, doesn't always work how you planned it.
Well, don't have to come out as well.
Yeah, that is the other thing that we've got to take out quickly. Shame, but we're there. Ain't too bad. Even when you think you'll put it back together, you've got to start again. So we'll go for this bit here. Put this very carefully down here. Put that back on there. Slip that down there. Slip that over there.
So how are you going to get that sheath in there?
Don't need it underneath, you need it on top. So make sure all those are on there. You've got like little clips that push down. Now after a while, they do break. I wouldn't recommend doing it too often. So it should be here. I'm going to pass some screws quickly get this screw back down. I'm not far off completion here by the look of it.
Not really. One thing to remember is what Steve said, is that put the screw, to put the what's this called again?
Shield.
The shield, I keep saying, I'm going to say stealth or something. Put the shield in first and then screw it up. Makes it easier.
Makes it more less, so we, like what we say, we're not messing up basically.
Yeah. How are you going to put that?
There.
It's more fiddly than what it did. I've got one screw left. Is that the right screw?
Yeah.
You've got 3 here?
Yeah, that's just right. This is going to be the fiddly one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looks fiddly.
keys. There you go. How many times have people done that?
We've done it too many.
Got a different way doing it. Let's put the screw in there first. Lift this up slightly cheated. Put the screw in here. We'll do a different method. Put the screw in there. It's your job straight away. Ooh, don't you hide. Hours of fun that could be, couldn't it? Trying to get that into there.
I'll get it out.
Right, so we've got that back in there. Done that. Basically it's to keep that, see that shield there, that edge of that shield. So it's basically keeps that back. So when you put the extension in, like your hard drive or your actual replay. So I bought one of those, went down all the way down Tottenham Court Road, shelled out, I think it was £60 for that. Back in the day, it was really good.
Yeah, but you probably pay more than that now.
Yeah, I know, it's surprising, isn't it? Right, now what we've got to do is we've got to turn this upside down, but what I'd say is keep a hold on the disk drive, because we don't want that to come out. So as you see, there's 4 screws there. Right, so we've got 2 different long ones, which are the study bits, and that one. Drop them quickly in there. Might need a longer screwdriver of that, I think. So what we'll have to do is quickly go get the other screwdriver. There. And put that one back in. Right, this one.
Got one left.
And the other foot. That basically holds the disk drive in place. Right, so got that. So now what we've done is we've put the disk drive in, put the metal sheath in, put the motherboard in. What have we got left?
Keyboard.
There you go. We've got the keyboard. Right, so what's the differences between a 500 and a 500 plus? Can you recognise the differences?
No, I can.
So what are they then?
Well, the blank keys, there and there.
Right.
And,
So-
yeah, go on.
So you've got the blank keys, is that it?
No, the inner key. The inner keys should be, well, covers up the blank key and the inner. So the inner key on the 500s will be slightly longer.
Yep, and you've also got the...
Shift key as well.
Right, so what we'll do is we'll just compare that quickly. One we made up earlier. So as you can see, he was right, where you've got the 2 little blank keys. The enter key is bigger on this one, as you see. And you've got the shift key, which is slightly shorter on this one. Blank key there, the blank key there. It's really the only differences. So we'll bung that to one side for 1 second. We'll turn the keyboard round. And what we'll do is there's a couple of pins that it slides into. If you see these here, so we'll slide that into place. Like that. So you see there? Slide straight in. Then all we've got to do is plug it in the keyboard. Which is basically, if you can see it, is there's a hole in the middle of that metal sheathing. That's where it goes. Now, probably I won't be able to show you, but there's a pin missing in there. So what you can see is there's 1, 2, 3, 4 one way and 3 the other. So you've got 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, which is basically the way it goes round. So we plug him in, push him down. Right, so that's your keyboard done. Right, now we've got the lid to go back on, which I've cleaned up again. Got a nice 500 plus badge on there. Commodore, nice logo, all polished.
Just get the pepper dust out as well.
And that looks like that is back on. So now we've just got to put the rest of the screws in to keep the case down, which we've got 3 along the top, 3 along the bottom. So we'll quickly do that. They're all posi screws, there's nothing major about that, nothing special. The only real shame really for this 500 plus is really the warranty. Now, how many warranty seals did it have?
Well, I had one, no, 2. One at the back. I don't know if I had one at the back.
Yeah, it had one at the back.
One at the front.
And one at the back. So if you have to...
As well, I guess.
No, that's the 500 plus logo, that was. So it's a shame really, because if you're like cleaning up your 500, you lose that seal really, which is really a shame.
But you can buy them.
You've seen them? Yeah?
Yeah, I can't remember where, but you can buy the warranty seals. I can't remember what website or where, but you can buy them.
Now if anyone knows where you can buy them, we can make put comments like it's never been opened, which would be really good.
Yeah.
Though it hasn't got its battery in it, of course, it would be nice to actually get them back on there and seeing them like it's never been touched. These here.
2 more to go, 2 screws. Just the 1 meg upgrade in the trapdoor.
Right, so as you see, we've got all the 6 screws in there. Looks like a 500 plus, which it did before. Right, so we've just got the memory upgrade to put in. Right, so you've got an on and off switch on this one. Which way we don't know as yet, which is on and which is off without booting up the workbench. All you do is you put that in there, line the pins up. This is a great bit of fiddly bit. And push that on. So, as you see the 500 with its nice memory upgrade in there. Nice thing just to finish it off, put the trapdoor on. That's it. Right, so we've got the 500 plus there. All polished up keyboard. 1 meg upgrade in the trapdoor. And that's it. So now we can start playing games, switch it on the next video to see whether it works, which I know it will work. And then start playing on games. So
That'd be interesting, that will.
right, so we'll see you later on the next video then, hopefully. Right, we'll see you later.
Alright, cheers. Good night.
See ya.